Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Lori, and we only have 2 more episodes of the whole life fulfillment journey on this little series. So today I want to talk to you about your body. And it was interesting because I went through something of my own. So I go through, and I'll talk a little bit about it more in tomorrow's vlog, but I go through like my little cycles. I'll go through like 3, sometimes 4 cycles, last about 5 or 6 weeks. Really super hard to get functional, it just happens. And I'll talk to you about that tomorrow. So this morning I got up and I said, okay, I haven't moved my body in a few days, as far as like exercise. And I said, listen, I am not gonna get on Peloton, I'm not gonna get in the pool, but I'm gonna go for a walk to get myself grounded. So you have to know what grounds you. Walking grounds me, okay? Walking, looking in nature, putting my feet in the ground, those are all grounding things. And when you don't feel like moving your body, now listen, this is if you're capable, right? If you are physically capable of moving your body. I'm not saying you can't do that if you're not capable of it. But if you are sitting in the capability of being able to move your body, I'm not asking you what you want to do. I'm saying capability. You've got to allow yourself to push out of the comfort zone. Okay. And like I said, I'm very direct with myself. So I can't coddle myself and be like, oh, I know you're not having a great day, but you'll feel so much better. The pep talk situation is not really going to work for me because I'm an exposure person, which means I have to tell myself abrasively, hey, you need to get up. No one cares how you feel right now. No one worries that you're not feeling motivated, right? Because we know I don't really like the word motivation. It's not really real. So I said, okay, you know what? I have a lot to do, but you know what? I got to go for a 5-mile walk. That's right. I went out. I was glad I did it. And I did it in a time when I knew it would suck even more, when it was humid for me. And your body movement will help that mind, body, spirit connection. Matt, I was just looking at some article that was just published. Don't ask me where. I just literally just glanced at it. But it's true. They said, when you move your body, which of course I already know, it's good for your serotonin, but they said it's so much better just even for all of your stuff, which again, we know, but they're showing that does create a longer lifespan in most people, right? It's not going to be in everybody. And like I said, this is only if you're capable of doing it, but it's about moving your body. So when you have the mind, body, spirit, it's also what you fuel it. Now listen, I just had my Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Not the best thing for my body, but I'm going to have them, because if you start saying, I can't do this, and this food is bad, and this drink is bad, and you can't do this, and I have to do this, you're going to have to be careful with that black and white thinking. There's 50 shades of gray. Pick like 2 and rock with them, right? So, but I went on my walk today. I had my pumpkin seeds. I had my soda. May or may not have another one later. I have my water in between. If I want candy, I'll have candy. But you have to understand that you have to have a good relationship with your body. And in order to do that, that means you stand in front of the mirror naked, because you remove the vulnerability, or you allow yourself to be vulnerable because you remove the clothes that is that protective layer. And when you do that, this is just for you to do, right? You do that in a full length mirror if you can, bathroom is fine. And you look at the areas that you don't like about your body, okay? Or you say, oh, this is where I'm dealing with. And that's the area that you want to start liking. If you say, well, I feel ugly. Well, what constitutes ugly to you? Because there's not a golden standard. Listen, I know what society tells you. I'm not asking you what society tells you. Society isn't always right in 90% of what they tell you, okay? But what do you see as pretty and beautiful, and what do you see as not so pretty and not so beautiful? And where does that come from? So if someone says, well, you have cellulite, okay, well, I'm a human being, that happens. Like I said, I do get my Botox and my fillers, but I don't do it because I need it. I do it because I like it. I don't have to have it to make myself valid. That's what you have to be careful of. Be careful of I got to lose weight to be valid. No, no, no. If you want to lose weight because you feel like, oh, it might be better for my health, great, let's do that. So it's getting in alignment with your body. And like I said, in tomorrow's episode, I'm going to talk to you about when I go through my cycles, my ups and downs, which happens all the time. And it's going to happen to you. And that's the imperative piece to understand and know going into it. So it's, what are you going to put in your body? Okay. What are you going to put in it? And like I said, I'm not asking you to be perfect, because perfect is not a gold standard. It does not exist. Beauty is always going to be in the eye of the beholder. Perfection is always going to be from whoever thinks such and such is perfect. Me, I think 63 degrees, hoodies, sitting by a bonfire, in the evening even colder, having s'mores and a glass of wine is perfect. You may say, that's too cold for me. I like it at the beach. That's perfect for you. Both of us are right for each one of ourselves. So it's nurturing your body, loving your body for what it is, and then being okay with what you put in it. You don't have to be so strict on it. But to move your body does create a really good mind, body, spirit connection, right? Because it allows you to align. And if you walk sometimes and you don't, like a lot of times I'll have my headphones on listening to an Audible. That's what we call habit stacking, which I promise I'll talk to you about in another video. But habit stacking is great. It's where you do 2 habits at the same time. And it's really good because I'm getting active, and a lot of times I'll listen to an Audible book or a podcast or something that just like helps me escape, but yet stay present. But sometimes, like today, I started with my AirPods, and then I was like, you know what? Like, what else is going on in the world? I wanted to hear where I live when these cricket things that go, like, you know, it's hot. Like I call them the hot bugs. Like, you know that they emit this sound when it's super duper hot. So I was like, okay, well, I know it's hot. I feel it's hot. So let me hear these birds. Let me hear the car driving by. Let me hear the whatever the bugs are. This is going to be imperative. So when you do that mind, body, spirit connection, this is when you got your meditations in. This is when you got your gratitude journaling in. This is when you're drinking your water. This is when you're getting sleep, which is another huge part of your body. That's how we recalibrate ourselves. So where the data dump journal by your bed will come into play. When you have that like mind that keeps racing, that obsessive mind, you need to have a place to dump it. Laying in bed till 3 o'clock in the morning is not that space. You got to be okay with getting up, getting off your socials an hour before bed. That's right. Any device, an hour before bed. Sometimes I will have like the TV going on in the background, but it's legit just for noise. Or I might glance at it if I'm like doing crochet or something. But you got to do something that you can't say that you want to feel better and you don't have time. And then you don't have time, but you've been on your phone for 3 hours intermittently through the day and you're watching television. You do have time. So you have to ask yourself, what's the most important factor for you? And then and only then can you establish the priority in your life. You gotta have the priority in your life, but you have to know that you have to be that priority. Because if you're not that priority, you're gonna constantly look for other people to be that priority, and then it's just gonna be too hard. See, the motivation thing is BS, and I really want to talk to you about that tomorrow, because that's obviously probably one of my biggest Achilles heel on top of, well, it's not one of my many Achilles heels. How's that? And so I'll tell you how I kind of get through that and how I kind of like bring them all together. And it may seem like a lot of work to you, but you're going to have to ask yourself what's important to you. Which kind of hard do you want? How much effort are you willing to put into yourself? That's a really true statement to ask yourself. How much work are you willing to invest in yourself? How much time and energy are you willing to invest in yourself? And that's, like I said, what we're going to talk about tomorrow to kind of bring the mind, body, and spirit all together. But it's not like one and done. You don't do this for a couple days and you're like, got it. Like, no, this is a daily practice and it becomes daily wellness. And when you do that, that's where those pieces sort of all align together. But yes, if you're functional and you can and you have the capability of moving, get out and go for a walk. Get on a Peloton, go for a swim, go for a jog, go for a bike ride. Just move your body. Don't get too restrictive. Embrace it. You want it to be your friend. So, and then and only then can it align. And that's what we'll talk about tomorrow.